Hi, I'm Rachel Bailey, and this is another episode of 2 Tips in 3 Minutes, where I'll give you effective, if not intuitive, strategies for handling frustrating behavior in a respectful way. So, today we're going to talk about tantrums, and I'm not just talking about the kind of tantrums that toddlers throw, because you might agree that even older kids and adults throw tantrums that may look a little different from the ones that toddlers throw sometimes. Sometimes we act just like toddlers do when we tantrum. But these tips that I'm going to talk to you about today apply to children of, and actually adults of any age. So when you see a tantrum or a strong emotion, you might think, I just want it to end. Because the truth is, tantrums are sort of annoying and frustrating because we're not used to handling negative emotions. It's also hard to see our child in pain, and we're so used to fixing things that are wrong that we might want to just jump in and fix the problem. So what we might do is we might give in to his or her demands, or we might use logic to convince him that actually everything's okay and he shouldn't be upset. But here's tip number one when it comes to tantrums. When a child is in the middle of a tantrum, trying to end it or fix it might actually do more harm than good. Why is that? Well, it's because tantrums are actually the removal of negative emotions, or what I call yuck, inside, and these emotions have overwhelmed your child. So he was filled to capacity with yuck, and a tantrum is just his way of letting out that yuck. If you do manage to stop him or calm him down before he's ready, his negative emotions don't actually go away. They just either sit inside him or come out again at a later time. But here's what I want you to know. Strong emotions will stop if you just let them happen. Emotions are not meant to last forever, and this one will end too. But even though making him feel better won't work, there is something we can do to actually reduce the severity and length of tantrums, which is tip number two. And that tip is, when your child is in the middle of an emotion, just be there with him. Again, this doesn't mean to try to soothe him or make it better. Just stay nearby. If you feel like you must say something, you can say something like, I know you're upset, I'm here, and I love you. The point is to let your child know that it's okay to let those negative emotions out as long as he's not hurting himself or anyone else, and that your love is unconditional. Because unconditional love is incredibly soothing, and it can reduce the length and severity of a tantrum. When you're calm, you're actually telling your child that everything is okay. Because in that moment, he doesn't feel it or know it. His brain doesn't believe everything is okay, so you're giving his brain some evidence that it is. You're telling him that he is safe, he is loved, and he is understood. And guess what the opposite message is if you try to end the tantrum or you walk away? The message is that he's not safe, he's not loved, and he's not understood. And that makes tantrums actually last longer. So for that reason, I tell parents not to walk away from a tantrum unless you know your child wants to be left alone. Now, parents' natural reaction when I first say that is, but then that's giving positive attention to a tantrum, and won't he just do it more? And here's what you need to know. If your child's attention tank is full, he doesn't need to tantrum to get attention. So if he's tantruming simply to get some attention from you, that's actually a separate problem that maybe I'll address in another video. So that was 2 tips for handling tantrums in an effective and respectful way. Go ahead and complete the form that goes with this video to see how these tips apply to your unique situation. If you have a question, feel free to send it to me and I'll answer it in an upcoming 2 Tips in 3 Minutes. And as always, if you enjoy the content, please feel free to share. I'll see you next time.